So let me tell you, if you ask the question, how we got to know that these were the people doing that, it's the same group. So when we analyze all those two footages that we had with the intelligence department, that is the PID, we then realized that it is the same group who are doing that. So now our surveillance was on these two vehicles. So anytime we go out there, we're looking for two Toyota Highlanders, one being black and the other being gold color. And luckily for us, on the 19th, which was last Thursday, they had gone again to perpetrate their crime. So we placed our men in town, some on motorbikes and some on their vehicles, unmarked vehicles. So they went, and with the help of this IVS, the intelligence video monitor that we are talking about here, we saw them. So immediately, we were communicating with the officers in there. The men on the ground were communicating. So they were giving the vivid location of where the vehicle was. I will take you there. We have the video of how the operation happened.
Fine. So
we picked them up, we rounded them, we brought them to the office. So and they admitted. Even this thing that they used, that T-shaped master key that they used, we have it in our custody as well.
So what you're saying is this center, the IVS center you talk about, can give you a view of any place.
Everything.
So in Kumasi or Ashanti.
The major part.
Okay, so what I'm driving at is this: if you have that system available, how come if, for example, somebody perpetrates a crime at, let's say, Asqua, and your cameras can pick it, and the person moves from Asqua to, let's say, Ahondro or Dabai, why can't we trace the person to get to the final point where the person?
We've been doing that. It's not all the places that we have the cameras. We have the cameras at some vantage points. Places. But from what you are saying, one of the operations, they did it at Mayanka. We were able to trace, to know where they trailed the victim from. And they trailed the victim from the stadium.
Okay.
So but when you get to a certain point, the camera doesn't go a bit further again, so it stops there. But at least you have a fair idea of where they started from and where they ended.
Let's invest more into these cameras because it's going to aid your work.
It's really helping.
We need to invest more into these cameras.
Definitely.
This crime where people have gone to pick large sums of money from the banks and all that, I have 2-3 questions on my mind. First of all, is it advisable for people to pick such large sums of money? Is it advisable that even when you're going to the bank to pick, let's say, over 100,000 Ghana cedis, you go and sit at a place and say, a choba, I'm going to eat? And 3, these operators, these thieves, do they work with some of the tellers or the bank?
No.
Bank workers?
You see, yesterday, I know it's a competition with the media houses, but let me mention, Kafi Day asked me this similar question on GTV breakfast show yesterday in the morning. I said, no, with the current case that we have, they've never mentioned anybody from the banking, as in an official or any security person from the banks. It is basically they having that operation with regard to how they conduct their operations. And that is what they told us from our investigations, that one person is dropped off at the banking hall or premises to monitor the movement of customers who come and withdraw money, and they trail and they go and steal from their vehicles.
Okay.
However, we are extending our investigations to the banks. The investigation has already begun.
Okay.
Definitely going forward. Interrogation that is end at the point. We keep on. Today I can come for you. We do extra interrogation. We'll be eliciting more information from the suspect. So that's why I said I'm going to extend our investigation.
Very well.
Now you ask that why is it that people go and withdraw huge sums of money and then go. You see, let me just say again that this is an eye-opener to people who are listening, to us who go to banks to transact business. I know you have a wider listenership coverage. Let me just use this medium to advise them that when you go to the banks and you want to go and withdraw money, we have a lot of ways in transferring the money. For instance, we have Momo, we have other electronic way or means of doing business with money. Why would you just walk in, withdraw over 100,000 Ghana cedis? You know our currency, how bulky it is. Then you go and drop it in your vehicle, and then you leave it unattended. Definitely, you are giving yourself to these criminals out there. So we are using this medium to just advise that. Sometimes, I know some people who can walk into the district police commander. Look, say, I need one of your men. It is not for the whole day. I'm going to the bank. I want to go and withdraw this amount of money, and I needed you to, escort me to withdraw the money and maybe send it to so and so place. I'm sure when these criminals even see that there's a policeman following that person, they would dare not even trail the said vehicle. Let me say this. Some years back, I was walking around Edum Unicom House area, and an old lady, very old woman, tapped me. I was in uniform. Masa me pacho. I said, what is it? Not knowing, the woman had gone to an adjoining bank to withdraw money, over 100,000 cedis. I think Prudential Bank or so. And she was going to the next bank to deposit this. But just after she left the banking hall, she saw somebody following her. So she got scared. So when she saw me, she immediately tapped me, and I had to assist her, walk with her to the other bank to do the deposit.
Okay.
So see how smart that old lady was. The mere fact that you saw a policeman, she was okay that I've seen a policeman. This policeman can assist me. So why is it that it won't take the whole day for a policeman to follow you to work? So if you walk in, I don't think any police commander would deny you this a favor.
Very well. So these people, the 5 that you've picked up, we know that 4 out of the 5 are known to be Nigerians.
I think there was a briefing on this, but the media persons who came to do the report didn't get the storyline too well. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because there were 2 separate stories that we did on that day. Commander briefed the media on 2 cases. One was a case of robbery and murder, where there was one William Oforiata, who was arrested, 29-year-old was arrested. And the Nigerian is in. But the report, if you see the online stories I've seen, you see that people were adding that individual to the Nigerians that we have arrested. That isn't so. We haven't arrested any Ghanaian involved in this operation.
They are all Nigerians.
They are all Nigerians.
Is it not problematic?
But there's a Ghanaian who is on the run, whose name was given to the police as Didi.
Yeah.
He's the one that we are looking out for to arrest.
But is it not a bother, a worry that we have crimes going on, and when you arrest people, they are largely Nigerians?
You see, every crime has people who perpetrate it.